G'day, it's Alex at One Absolute Good. Today I'm going to share with you Lillian DeWaters' True Understanding, Lesson 11, The Kingdom of God. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. The kingdom is divine consciousness, often alluded to as cosmic consciousness, which means that of the whole as one, and the one as the whole. No sin is here, no war, no separation of any kind. Verily, here alone is heaven. How shall we find this kingdom? Through direct divine illumination, the actual experience of it, and in no other way. Only as we are in this consciousness, and this consciousness is in us, shall we behold reality and experience the things of the kingdom. Here alone is perfect peace, where joys never cease. Jesus illustrated this kingdom consciousness as leaven, as the pearl of great price, as a glorious city where there should be time no longer, and where consciousness supplies all light without need of the sun or moon. In the experience of cosmic consciousness, no limits of time, space, place exist. Here, there is no waiting, watching, treating, praying, and no separation whatsoever. In this realm of the real, we do not persist as individuals, nor do we merge into the whole. A unit is not union. Multitudes of separate beings cannot combine to make the one. For instance, sympathy is not a collection of notes grouped together, but is a whole, which is in each note, and each note in the whole. In the experience of reality, all exist in that which is motivating all, and which is all. For example, consider the simple tree. Even from the plane of the relative, how easily it is seen that a tree operates as a unit. Not a single leaf, twig, branch can act or live independent of the tree as a whole, and the life and substance of the tree, in its fullness, is at every point the same. Not only is every leaf in the whole, but the tree as a whole is in every leaf. There is nothing that a leaf can do of itself. If it becomes separated, it dies. Nor would a leaf say, I am one with the tree, but rather, I and the tree are one. All problems are rooted in the illusion that we are separate beings and not the whole. Therefore, they can never be solved from the plane of finite reasoning, no matter how scientific the application. Nor can mental reasoning, no matter how intriguing, transport one into the experience of the real. Realization proceeds from the heart alone. It is original. It is supreme. Here we are that which we know. There is but one thing which gives us peace and joy. It is the realization in actual experience of reality itself. The personal sense is always asking questions and looking for answers, always wanting proof by way of healing. Alas, the way is just the reverse. Even as we have been told to be born again, we must find the kingdom in an entirely different way altogether. Moreover, only as one is willing to release himself from the personal consideration of self, body, world, and affairs can he give his heart to spirit in full abandonment. When one ceases to search and strive, when he stops everything which has to do with addition or subtracting from his personality, and in the stillness of his heart abandons himself to the eternal, he will know the meaning promised in the statement, I am found of them that sought me not. All those who yield their heart to God, obeying spirit within rather than personality without, are finding constant help in the flashes of light and illumination, which continually guide and direct them. The natural man, he who lives in the sense that he is a part but not the whole, receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God. Ways and means of being healed and being regenerated and spiritualized are rooted in the delusion of a separate personality, which can be transcended and lost sight of only as one himself forsakes the plane of the relative and enters that of reality. Here we are that which we know. It is not as though we merged into another being, but rather we find ourselves to be that. Only in this spiritual consciousness can one truly lay claim to identification with the One, and with spiritual assurance say, I am the light. I and my Father are one. Only in and as the truth do we learn and know the truth, a knowledge which cometh not from books. Identification with the One is known only in the actual experience thereof. The abundance of good is never within individualities, thus the great difficulty in attempting to make demonstrations of prosperity and abundance from such a basis. All things that the Father hath are mine, only as I am in the Father, or divine consciousness. Only here do we possess all things, and only here is heaven. As the perfection of a leaf is not in the leaf itself, but in the tree, so our abundance of all good is not in any of us separate thinkers and doers, but only in us to the extent that we surrender personal sense and spiritually identify ourselves with the whole. Him that cometh to me, I will in no wise cast out. Those who leave all for Christ shall surely enter into the cosmic sense of being. We have such illustrations in the lives of Paul at his conversion and Peter while in prison. All experiences in reality deliver the facts of timeless, spaceless being, of exaltation, power, light, and inexpressible and immeasurable realism. Let us live for spirit, for the whole. Let us keep loving spiritual consciousness, the kingdom of God, more than all else. Let no sacrifice of self be too great a demand upon us. This kingdom consciousness is verily our life and being, our only heaven, our happiness, our wealth of every peace and joy. From no other place and in no other way can we obtain rest and glory, but from living in and experiencing as our very own that consciousness which is God or Spirit. Here joys never cease, and here alone do we have a knowledge that cometh not by mental learning. Praise, O praise ye the Lord, that they may enter in through the gates into the city.